Yo guys, what is good and what's going on, everybody? Your boy VLSG back at it again for another Sixers live play-by-play. Yes, I know the Phillies are on too, and I understand all of that. But I've been telling you guys that I've been going to go back and forth between the Sixers and the Phillies, since both of them are occurring at pretty much the exact same time, pretty much every single night. I'm going to alternate back and forth when I do the live streams in terms of the play-by-plays between the Phillies and the Sixers. But tonight will be the Sixers, and the next time around should hopefully be the Phillies. That is Game 3 in this case. But, we're here for Game 3 between the Philadelphia 76ers and, of course, I forget to screw up the scoreboard. It should be the Bulls on the right side. Yeah, so far, appreciate everybody for coming through and tuning in as always. Yes, the real like you always are. Just have one of the two banners, right? Yeah, man, appreciate everybody so far for coming through the stream. No one done so, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Appreciate everybody for coming through as always. Hey, music producer! You just great! Cut the beat! Thank you! Let's get through the chat before we get started. We got one comment to make my life easy. MC, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. So let's go Sixers and Phillies. You already know. Hit that like button as you're coming in here. Making my life easy. It's perfect. Just making my life easy. But yeah, guys, we need more than 2 people in this chat. Let's go. Guys, we have to get the stream shared out. Let's go. But yeah, man, let's get this going. I got the Joel Embiid jersey in the back. I think Joel Embiid has a big game. And, coming off of his 44-point performance on a career high, 44 points for this man, I got to go ahead and rep my boy Tyrese Maxey. You already know I got to do it. You already know I have got to do it. You already know I have to do it, man. Let's go. Yeah, man, you already know what it is. You guys already know. But, the Phillies were able to take 1 of 2 in Toronto. They were able to take 1 on the Indiana Pacers. So, hopefully they're finding a way to, get back to their winning ways. We'll see what they can do against Chicago. I know 3 players for the Chicago Bulls are not playing tonight. But Andre Drummond is one of those players that will not be playing in tonight's game. Ayo Dosunmu will also be another one of the players not playing, and I believe the other one is Lonzo Ball. But, the Sixers, they still have to go through players like Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, DeMar DeRozan. They still have to go through, man. By the way, I think this should be a good game regardless. We'll see if the Sixers can come out on top. And Joel Embiid returns to the court tonight as well, so we will not have to play big-time small ball with P.J. Tucker at the 5. We will not have to go there for this game. So thank God, and let's hope we can find a way to win with Joel Embiid, man. Got to find a way to come out on top with Joel. Zach LaVine was also on the injury report, but he will play in tonight's game, though, for the Chicago Bulls. Yeah, man, also on Twitter, someone put out something that said, Philadelphia is the sports capital of the U.S. this week. In the next 7 days, Philly fans can watch a World Series, 5 76ers games, 3 Flyers games, an MLS conference title for the Philadelphia Union, and then the NFL's only undefeated team twice, because tomorrow we play the Pittsburgh Steelers, and on Thursday Night Football we play the Houston Texans. So this week is about to be all about the Philly sports, man. It's about to be all about it. Here we go. Sixers Bulls will get started soon, as we're playing in the Windy City tonight here in Chicago. And yes, they do name it the Windy City, as you see DeMar DeRozan on the screen right now. And then you see Joel Embiid on the screen now for the Sixers. The big fella, though, is playing tonight for the Philadelphia 76ers in this one against the Bulls. 76ers come in to the United Center at 2-4, while the Chicago Bulls are 3-3 to begin their regular season so far. Both teams coming in through 6 games into the regular season. But Tyrese Maxey hopefully looking for another big game tonight. Embiid looking for a big game. James Harden looking for a big game. Tobias Harris to my eyes looking for a much better game tonight. And hopefully we see some production out of PJ Tucker and, this entire bench. Melton will be back on the bench tonight since we went small ball with Tucker at the 5. We'll see what the bench can put up as well. Need a big performance tonight for sure. Let's go. Maxey was really efficient last time. 44 points for Maxey, 15 for 20 from the field. I believe it said 7 for 10 from three-point range. So Maxey looking to put up a big performance like that yet again, but this time against the Chicago Bulls. Lucas Solomon, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Lucas. You probably hit the like button, so appreciate you for doing so, my guy. Always here, always supporting. Probably in my eyes, one of, if not the first person to always hit the like button. Appreciate you for coming through, Lucas Hallman. Been riding me with since 15 to 20 subs, man. And we've come this far, so appreciate you for coming through, Lucas. Matisse and Springer. I hope that, I know Doc Rivers will probably play Matisse because he did last game. But I'm not sure about Jaden Springer, because Springer is probably going to come in, and just play cleanup duties. He's going to play cleanup duties, honestly. So I'm not sure how much time Jaden Springer is going to get, but if we're blowing out this team or if they're blowing out us, which I hope that does not happen, that's when Jaden Springer will come into play. So we'll see how much time Jaden Springer gets tonight. We'll see. We'll see if he can show it. Good job, Lucas. Congratulations, man. It's you working hard, You've been doing this for years. Yeah, congratulations to Lucas, man. And also, guys, if you did not see the tweet that I put out, by the way, if you guys are not following me on Twitter and Instagram, follow me on the 2 handles right here. You guys already know what it is if you have been sticking around for quite some time. But if you guys saw the recent tweet that I put out apart from me being live for the Sixers game tonight, I have also accessed the YouTube community tab where I can post like and announce like content coming up over there, and just to announce anything coming up over there instead of always having to put it on Twitter all the time, and having to always put it on there, and you just kind of know how it is. So with the community tab, I can do what I kind of do on Twitter, but make it an easier process, so that way I don't have to go back and forth between social medias, or rather you could say apps, between Twitter and YouTube. So I now have access to the community tabs, so be on the lookout for some community tab posts posted over there on the YouTube community tab. Max, your Kyrie. I mean, I'll go up to this point right now. I think Maxey is honestly playing at a much better level. I mean, the best player for the Brooklyn Nets, no doubt, is KD. Obviously, everyone knows that. If we're talking current Maxey, all time, it 100% goes to Kyrie Irving. Butch, what's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. So, are you going to call the Eagles tomorrow? We'll see. Because there might be a chance I can do it. There's a chance I might be able to do it. So, we'll see. But we'll see what we can do, man. I'll try to see if I can do the Eagles game tomorrow. It'd be the first time I'd call an Eagles regular season game, which I've been wanting to call a regular season game for the Philadelphia Eagles for probably a while. I try to get onto like the 425 games, but I've been getting carried away and all that. So, just trying to enjoy the time with the fam on a Sunday. But if I do have time to be able to do it, then I will do the Eagles game. Yeah, Maxey looked great last time. Let's see another big performance tonight out of him. But yeah, guys, drop your score predictions down in the chat. Let me know what you guys think is going to be the score for tonight's game. Guys, drop your score predictions, man. Drop your score predictions down in the chat. Let me know what you think the score is going to be for tonight's game. Sixers by 8, okay. Any particular score prediction, or you just think the Sixers will win by 8, my guy? As I'm seeing the starting lineups here for both the Sixers and the Bulls, which I will announce on whenever they come on the TV for the starting lineups. But Zach LaVine, he's back in the lineup. And then, obviously, like I said before, Joel Embiid's back in the lineup too. So we'll see how this game goes, man. But Sixers could get tested here, but we will see what level they're playing on tonight. Just having a hunch. Yeah, guys, let me know what you think for tonight's game. Let me know your score predictions. Let me know thoughts. Appreciate the 3 people in the chat so far. Appreciate the 3 people. As the starting lineups now come in here for both teams. For the Philadelphia 76ers, you got James Harden at the 1, Maxey at the 2, Tobias Harris at the 3, PJ Tucker at the 4, and Joel Embiid at the 5. As for the Chicago Bulls, Alex Caruso at the 1, Zach LaVine at the 2, DeMar DeRozan at the 3, Patrick Williams at the 4, and Nikola Vucevic at the 5 for the Chicago Bulls. And that will be the starting lineups tonight for both the Philadelphia 76ers and the Chicago Bulls here for tonight's game. But now we will see who comes out on top. Sixers going with the blue jerseys tonight. With Joel Embiid looking to get back on the better shooting ways. Looking to find a way to get it going. Maxey looking for another big game for the Sixers. Looking for some improvement out of some players, obviously. PJ Tucker, Tobias Harris, and James Harden. And, I'm looking for this bench to explode. Hopefully Melton can bring what he brought to the starting lineup last time to the bench. Hopefully he can bring a little bit more production. Vucevic ready to get going the tip-off here against Joel Embiid. See Alex Caruso on the screen. Everyone warming up. Now you see Zach LaVine getting ready to go for the Chicago Bulls. Here we go. We're about to get underway in Chicago here. Embiid and Vucevic in the tip-off here for both teams at center court. The official will toss it up, and we're about to get underway here. And we're underway, and the Sixers will win the tip, and we're underway here in Chicago. As Maxey was able to get the ball off the tip by Embiid and got it over to Harden. Harden matching up with Patrick Williams. Harden gets this over to Maxey. Maxey gets it over to Embiid. Embiid back to Maxey. Maxey out to Harden. Harden back to Maxey. Maxey trying to look against Pat Will. Gets over to Embiid. Embiid back out to Maxey. Maxey's got to take the shot. And it's no good, and it's rebounded by the Chicago Bulls. Caruso bringing the ball down the other end here for the Bulls. Gets over to Vucevic. Back to Caruso. Gets over to DeRozan. DeRozan over to Vucevic. Vucevic out to Patrick Williams for 3. That's no good for Patrick Williams, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. Tucker gets the rebound and gets over to Harden. Harden looking for options around the screen. Gets over to Embiid, and Embiid, easy bucket. Right in between two defenders and gets that to go. Joel Embiid with the first bucket of the game and the first bucket for the Sixers tonight. Patrick Williams bringing the ball down the floor. Gets over to Zach LaVine. LaVine over to DeRozan. DeRozan coming to his right. DeRozan coming inside, matching up with Maxey. DeRozan, the 2 is no good, and it's rebounded by Joel Embiid. But there will be a foul, and it'll be a shooting foul as well, and it'll come against Tyrese Maxey. Maxey and DeRozan having a little bit of a word. Having a little bit of a talk. Maxey's like, what did I do? Oh, Maxey, just trying to have fun on the court. I love it. First one for DeMar DeRozan is no good at the line. DeMar DeRozan so far this season for the Chicago Bulls averaging 26.2 points per game, 4.7 assists per game, and shooting 52.4% from the field. Second one for DeRozan at the line is good. He's not missing 2 for 2 at the line unless if he's having a really off game. Here we go. Sixers bring the ball down the floor here with James Harden. Harden matching up with Zach LaVine. Gets over to Embiid. Embiid trying to get it out to Maxey, and that's a turnover. Caruso picking that up. Gets over to DeRozan. DeRozan over to LaVine. Reverse layup is good. Reverse layup good right there for Zach LaVine. Here we go. Tobias Harris with the ball. Gets over to Embiid. Embiid matching him with Vucevic. Gets over to Harris. Tobias Harris will be fouled by Alex Caruso. And Alex Caruso is always complaining. What do you know? Classic Alex Caruso. What do you know? Just classic Alex Caruso. Here's Harden with the ball. Harden going with the pump fake. Gets over to Embiid. Embiid got to take the shot himself. And that shot is no good by Joel Embiid, and it's rebounded by the Chicago Bulls. DeMar DeRozan bringing the ball down the floor. Comes around the screen. Gets out to Pat Williams. Pat Williams with the one-handed jam. One-handed, or rather, is not going to be a bucket. It looks like Pat Will stepped out of bounds. So it will not be a one-handed jam, and it'll stay a 3-2 game. Harden with the ball here for the Sixers. Harden pump fakes, shoots 2. It's no good, and he will draw the foul on DeMar DeRozan. So James Harden to go to the line for 2 free throws. James Harden with an opportunity to give the Sixers the lead. First one for James Harden at the line is good. So that'll tie this up at 3 points apiece. And DeRozan is literally all over James Harden. He's all over him. He's all over him. Like they're dancing down the dance floor. Second one for James Harden is also good at the line. So now it'll be a 4-3 ball game. Sixers with the lead by 1. Caruso bringing the ball down the other end here for the Bulls. Gets it over to Vucevic. Over to LaVine. LaVine. Back up to Vucevic. Vucevic. Matching over with Embiid. And this is going to be an offensive foul on the Bulls. And there'll be a travel on Nikola Vucevic. That's 2 turnovers now for the Chicago Bulls in the same exact quarter. Here we go. James Harden with the ball here for the Sixers. Harden matching up with Zach LaVine. Harden. Round string gets over to Embiid. Embiid tossing it over to Maxey. Maxey wide open for 3 from the corner. And that is good for Tyrese Maxey. Maxey looking for another big game tonight against the Bulls on the second of a back-to-back. Caruso with the layup, no good, but he will be fouled. And that'll be the second one tonight on Tyrese Maxey. That'll be number 2 on Maxey tonight. Was it a shooting foul? It was a shooting foul for Caruso. First one at the line is good for Alex Caruso to make it back to a 1-score game. Alex Caruso ready to take the second one at the line, and the second one at the line is also good for Alex Caruso. Goes 2 for 2 at the line, and the Sixers up by 2. Here we go, James Harden with the ball here for the Sixers. Harden comes around a screen from Embiid. Harden looking, takes a 2-point jumper. That is good for James Harden. Beautiful jumper by James Harden. Beautiful 2 right there. Caruso gets over to Vucevic. Vucevic gets over to DeRozan. DeRozan coming inside. DeRozan down to LaVine. LaVine over to Vucevic. Vucevic backing into P.J. Tucker. Vucevic spinning. Gets stripped by P.J. Tucker and gets down to James Harden. Harden with the ball here for the Sixers gets it over to Embiid. Embiid matching up with Vucevic. It was matched up with Vucevic and got it over to Harden. Harden with the ball, going to his left. Harden coming inside, drops it down to Tucker. Tucker, the 2 is good. P.J. Tucker now on the board for the Sixers. Only one on the board for the Sixers, I believe, is Tobias Harris. But now DeRozan with the ball gets out to Vucevic over to LaVine. The 3 is no good, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. Harden just chugging that deep to Harris and wants to make sure Tobias Harris joins the club in terms of starting 5 points. And indeed he does, giving the Sixers a 13-5 lead with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter as the Chicago Bulls will call timeout to talk strategy here and to make a few corrections. And may the commercials fall down. May the commercials come into play, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, man, quick start for the Sixers. I love that. Quick start for Philly. That's a good start right there. Let's keep that up. That's a good start. Keep that going the entire game. But yeah, guys, you already know, man. Appreciate everyone so far for hitting the like button, man. Appreciate everyone so far for hitting that like button. We got 4 likes out of 5 people watching. But yeah, man, hopefully this Sixers team can keep doing what they're doing. And especially when some of the bench pieces come in, hopefully they can do kind of the same thing and continue to capitalize. We'll see if they can do that tonight, man. As they show the defensive play of the game, where PJ Tucker with an absolute great steal on Nikola Vucevic. Beautiful steal. And then Harden dropped it down to Tucker for the layup, and Tucker with 2 points on the board just like that. 10-2 scoring run now for the Sixers. They're probably keeping the whole starting lineup in, I would assume. Looks like they're going to keep the whole starting lineup in minus the fact Matisse Thybulle's in. He will take the place of Tyrese Maxey. But Caruso gets us out to Zach LaVine. LaVine matching up with Thybulle. LaVine coming inside. Kicks out to Vucevic. Vucevic coming inside and throws down a one-handed jam, and that is good for Nikola Vucevic. 2-time All-Star Nikola Vucevic with the one-handed jackhammer. But here we go. 7.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Embiid with the ball for the Sixers. Embiid gets over to Harden. Harden matching up with DeMar DeRozan. Harden trying to set up the entire offense. Harden going step back 3. That is no good, and that comes up short, hits the front rim, and misses for James Harden. Here we go. Caruso with the pump fake gets over to Patrick Williams. Williams, the 2 is no good, and Embiid gets the rebound. And Embiid to bring it up the floor. And Embiid pump fakes out to Harden, over to Harris, out to Tucker. Tucker in the corner for 3. That's good for P.J. Tucker. And that's 5 early points for P.J. Tucker in this one. Need P.J. Tucker to do something tonight if he's going to have his worthy chance of being in the starting 5. As LaVine gets over to Vucevic, out to Caruso. Caruso over to DeRozan. DeRozan gets it back over to LaVine. LaVine coming inside. LaVine out to Vucevic. Vucevic now coming inside. Out to DeRozan. DeRozan, the 3 from the top of the key, is no good, and Embiid gets the rebound. Embiid to bring this down the other way with under 6.5 minutes left in the first. Embiid with the ball. Embiid looking. Gets it down to Tobias Harris. Harris, the 3 is good. Tobias Harris putting the Sixers up by 12, 19-7, with 6:09 left to go in the first quarter. LaVine with the ball, bringing it down the other end, matching up with P.J. Tucker. Goes to his left. LaVine, the 3, is no good off the front rim, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. Here we go. James Harden bringing the ball down the floor here for Philly. Harden going to his left around Embiid. Harden tried to drive it down for Embiid, and that is a turnover. Harden tried to get too fancy shit, just held on. DeRozan gets it over to Caruso, out to Vucevic, back to DeRozan. DeRozan gets stripped, and it'll be a foul against Matisse Thybulle. But that'll be 2 free throws at the line here for DeMar DeRozan. Javonte Green about to step in here for the Chicago Bulls. First one for DeMar DeRozan at the line is good. So Patrick Williams to go to the bench here for the Bulls, and DeAnthony Melton to step in the game here for, which I believe was for P.J. Tucker. And indeed it will be. Looks like Kobe White is also in the game, I do believe, and indeed he is. And the second one for DeRozan is also good at the line. Here we go. Harden to bring the ball down the floor here for the Sixers. Sixers lead by 10, 19-9. Harden gets it over to Embiid. Embiid over to Harden. Harden coming inside, drops it down to Embiid, and Embiid with the layup is good. Joel Embiid adding 2 more points to his stat line tonight. Beautiful assist by James Harden. 25 gets us over. It's Kobe White. Gets over to DeRozan. DeRozan spinning out to Vucevic. That's a Dalen Terry for 3, no good. And Terry gets the rebound, and that's no good either. And it's rebounded by the Sixers. Harden with the ball here for Philly. Harden coming inside. Gets it out to Embiid. Embiid's open for 3. And that is no good for Joel Embiid. And Tobias Harris gets the rebound. Harris with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets it out to James Harden. Harden matching up with Kobe White. Looks like this will be a foul against Chicago. And this will be against number 25 for Chicago, Dalen Terry. Harden wasn't taking a shooting foul, but okay. But it must have been a technical. It must have been a technical on Dalen Terry. The rest must have went ahead and teed him up. Because it was an uncontested free throw with no one around James Harden and possession for the Sixers too. Here we go. The inbound is in from Melton to Thibault. Thibault gets over to Harden. Harden matching up here with Terry. And the 2 by Harden is no good, and it's rebounded by the Chicago Bulls. Patrick Williams bringing this down the other end. That's not Patrick Williams. That is it's probably Derek Jones, I think. And that one is good by DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan coming in when needed to. But here we go. Embiid with the ball here for the Sixers. Embiid gets it down to James Harden. Harden matching up against DeRozan. Gets to his right. Over to Embiid. Embiid with the layup and is good. Joel Embiid finding a way to get layups and get under the basket. That's what we need to see out of Joel Embiid, unless if he needs to take some big shots. Kobe White gets us out here to Dalen Terry. Terry over to DeRozan. DeRozan over to Javonte Green. Over to Kobe White, out to Vucevic, over to DeRozan. DeRozan coming inside. He gets blocked, but it will be a foul here. But it will be a foul here against De'Anthony Melton. That will be number 2 on De'Anthony Melton tonight. As the first one for DeRozan at the line is good. Second one for DeRozan at the line is also good. So just like that, the Bulls will continue to cut down the lead with whatever points they can get. As Harden goes to his left, comes inside, Harden shooting the 2 is no good, and the Bulls get the rebound. Why do we hesitate to get rebounds? Got to stop hesitating. We got to fight for the ball and be scrappy. Kobe White loses the ball. Picks it right back up. Gets it out to Vucevic. Out to DeRozan. DeRozan matching up with Georges Niang, who just checked into the game. DeRozan tried to kick it out to, I believe it was Javonte Green, and it was intercepted by Matisse Thybulle. Embiid with the ball here for the Sixers. Embiid coming inside, pump faking with the 2 is good. Joel Embiid just finding every way to get under the basket and score some layups. That's what I want to see out of a center when not taking the big shots. Here we go. DeRozan coming inside. The 2 is good for DeMar DeRozan. It's just so hard to stop one of the best players that has over 20,000 points in DeMar DeRozan. And a timeout will be called, and it should be called by the Sixers here. Probably just to make a lineup change and maybe talk a little bit of strategy and make a few corrections here. But it will be a timeout by the Sixers on that note. Probably to make a couple adjustments and maybe to just talk a little strategy and what they need to do better at. But we'll see. But yeah, guys, so far a pretty solid first quarter to start from the Sixers. I mean, a few corrections have to be made at times, but not always going to be perfect every time, but you can always do what you can against another team and hopefully make your shots when they matter. Man, guys, Philly's off to a rough start to begin Game 2 of the World Series against the Astros, as they are down 3-0 in the bottom of the first. But we saw what happened last night, where the Phillies came back down 5-0, and they won the game 6-5. So it's basically never over till the ninth inning and the end of the ninth inning, based on what happened in Game 1. It's not over. Here we go. James Harden so far with 5 points, 1 for 4 from the field. Got to have him in that category. 2 rebounds and 5 assists, though, for James Harden. Trying to do everything that he can, man. I mean, James Harden's trying to do his best out here and do what he can to provide the best production possible. And be with 8 points, 4 for 6 from the field, 2 rebounds and 2 assists as well for Joel Embiid. But looks like we're going to go with an all-bench lineup here. Looks like with Milton, Thibault, Melton, Niang, and Montrezl Harrell. Here we go. Shake Milton with the ball here for the Sixers. Milton coming inside, kicks out to Melton. 4-3 in the corner. That's no good, and it's rebounded by the Bulls. Here we go. Coby White bringing the ball down the other end. Coby White, the 2 is... It's good. Sixers want a basket interference call. Sixers want a basket interference call on number 24, Javonte Green. Melton losing the ball. Niang picking the ball up. Niang pump faking coming inside. Niang shooting the 2 is no good. And Thibault cannot get the rebound. Come on, guys. We got to be better than that. Can't be getting sloppy. Coby with the ball here for the Sixers, for the Bulls, gets it over to Nikola Vucevic. Vucevic matching him with Niang, and Vucevic, the 2 is good. Where is Montrezl Harrell on Nikola Vucevic? Where is he? Montrezl Harrell is supposed to be scrappy on Nikola Vucevic. Milton gets over to Melton. Melton going to his right. Melton looking. Melton matching up with Coby White. Melton coming around the screen, gets over to Milton. Milton out to Melton. Melton, the 3 is good. Beautiful shot right there by DeAnthony Melton. That shot was beautiful, and that shot was perfect. Around pretty close to the top of the key. Wasn't quite there, but it was around the wing. But here we go. Goran Dragic with the layup is no good, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. Milton kicks out to Melton. Melton out to Niang. Niang, the 3 is good. George Niang with the beautiful 3-point shot. Sixers lead by 13 with a minute to go in the first quarter. Dragic with the ball gets out to Vucevic. Bringing that out towards Coby White. Coby White coming inside. Coby White, the layup is no good. Vucevic gets the rebound and loses it. And Melton's got it here for the Sixers. Drops it down to Shake Milton, and that is good for another 2 for the Sixers, and they are cruising over the Chicago Bulls here in the first quarter. Here we go. Zach LaVine with the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. LaVine drops it down to Javonte Green, out to Vucevic. Vucevic coming inside, out to Coby White. Coby White, the 3 is good. The Bulls finally make a shot, and now they're down by 12 with that 3 by Coby White. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Melton just dribbling around with the ball. Melton matching him with Javonte Green. Melton looking. Still looking. Melton takes a three-pointer. That is good. Beautiful three-point shot again by number 8, D'Anthony Melton. Here we go. Here's Coby White. Coby White, the three-point shot at the buzzer. No good. And that'll end off the first quarter on that note with the Sixers leading the Chicago Bulls by 14, 36-22 at the end of the first quarter, as now we go on to quarter number 2 where the Sixers have a 14-point lead. Depressed Sixers fan, let's go, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through. Are these the Sixers right now? Like, dang. I mean, the Sixers right now, despite the rough start that they had to the season, they definitely, have picked it up a little bit over the last few games. I mean, it had to take time, to figure things out and everything. But, we picked up a win on the Raptors last night, and, we picked up a win on the Pacers for our first win of the season. Looking to get our third win tonight against the Chicago Bulls. But Depressed Sixers fan, appreciate you for coming through, my guy. If you haven't done so, my guy, hit that like button on the stream. And since you're new to the channel and I don't recognize your account, hit that subscribe button. Guys, also, we're on the road to 500, man. We're 31 subscribers away from 500, which is halfway to the 1,000. Like I said before, I did and was able to access the community tab for YouTube. So now I'll be posting some things on there. So be on the lookout for some things that I'll be posting on the YouTube side. Here we go. Start of the second quarter here as Caruso gets the ball out to LaVine. LaVine in the corner for 3. It's no good. Montrezl Harrell trying to get that rebound, and either way, it is going to go to the Sixers. Sixers with everything in their favor right now. Apparently, the Sixers lead it by 15 and not 14. As Milton with the ball goes with the layup, and this will be what looks like a goaltend, and yes, it will. Goaltend right there on Derrick Jones Jr. Here we go. Dragic gets it over to Caruso. Down to Derrick Jones, and that is good for Derrick Jones Jr. Here we go. There's Montrezl Harrell with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets it over to D'Anthony Melton. Melton looking for options. Actually, coming Derrick Jones. Gets it over to Montrezl Harrell. Harrell coming inside. Harrell the 2. No good. Harrell trying to get the rebound. Niang gets the rebound for the Sixers out to Thybulle. Thybulle over to Harrell. Harrell backing in, spinning. Layup is no good, and Montrezl Harrell cannot get it to go. Patrick Williams coming inside. The 2 is no good, but he will be fouled. I believe that's going to be a foul on Matisse Thybulle. That's going to be 3 on Thybulle tonight, so he's got to go out. Thybulle's got to go out. Thybulle's sitting on 3 fouls here in the first half. He's got to go to the bench. First one for Pat Will at the line is good for Patrick Williams. Tyrese Maxey is step in here in place of Matisse Thybulle with Matisse Thybulle on 3 foul calls. So Maxey has stepped right back into the game and get right back to work. Patrick Williams so far this season averaging 6.8 points per game, 1.8 rebounds per game, and shooting 43.2% from the field. The second one is also good for Patrick Williams. And that's 4 points in the second quarter for the Chicago Bulls so far. As Shake Milton gets over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey going to his right over to Milton. Milton coming inside. Milton, the 2 is no good. Harrell gets the rebound. Harrell trying to get out of everything. Try to go with the slam, but Milton gets the rebound and is able to put it right back for the 2-pointer for the Sixers, and Shake Milton gets it. And this one will be a foul against Montrezl Harrell. Not sure what for. Between him and Shake Milton, I don't know who it's on. Because they showed it on both of them for quite a while. It was probably on Shake Milton. Here we go. Caruso to inbound it here, and inbounds to Patrick Williams over to DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan over to Dragic. Dragic coming inside. The 2 is no good, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. And DeAnthony Melton, I believe, was the one on the ground. I don't know where Daniel House is. He should have been on a while ago. But Milton gets over to Harrell, and the foul will be called. And that'll be against Zach LaVine. So Montrezl Harrell to go to the line for 2 here for. Montrezl Harrell to go to the line for 2 here for the Sixers. Montrezl Harrell so far not being really much of a piece for production, but we'll see what he can do tonight. First one for Montrezl Harrell is good at the line. Montrezl Harrell, he kind of comes in, does his assignment, and whatever he can do for us, he'll find a way to get it done. As Daniel House finally checks into the game here for the Sixers, enters in the second quarter. Again, we're going with an all-bench lineup. We'll see how it works out with this version of the bench, as the second one is no good for Montrezl Harrell. And Zach LaVine will bring it down the floor here for the Chicago Bulls. Out to Caruso, over to Derek Jones for 3. That's no good, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. Milton to bring the ball down the other end here for Philly. Milton, the long 3. No good. Harrell cannot get the rebound either. Rebounded by Derek Jones, out to Goran Dragic. Dragic lobbing it up for, I believe that was Derek Jones. But that will be a foul called here against Georges Niang. But Derek Jones Jr. here to go to the line for 2. First one for Derek Jones Jr. at the line is good. And the second one for Derek Jones Jr. is no good, and DeAnthony Melton gets the rebound. Here we go. Shake Milton bringing the ball down the other end, gets it over to DeAnthony Melton. Melton looking, trying to find options. Melton gets it over to Milton. Milton over to Montrezl Harrell. Harrell looking, gets it down to Niang. Niang, the layup is good. Beautiful execution right there by the Sixers, and Georges Niang to finish the job. That's what you see out of a hard-working man off the bench. LaVine coming to his left. LaVine coming inside, spinning. LaVine gets blocked as he was trying to shoot it. Melton bringing the ball down the other end here for the Sixers. Melton, the layup is no good. Come on, DeAnthony Melton, you got to make that. As Caruso gets this over to Patrick Williams, over to Zach LaVine. LaVine up the baseline. LaVine, the reverse layup, no good. Derek Jones gets the rebound out to LaVine, and this will be looks like it will be a blocking foul against Montrezl Harrell. Harrell never put his hands down, which is what it would be for a charge, but he put his hands up. Montrezl Harrell put his hands up. He didn't put his hands to the side. That's probably why they didn't go ahead and call that against Zach LaVine, which would have been his second of the game if they would have called the offensive foul. And the free throw by LaVine is good at the line. Sixers still lead by 14 as Milton gets this over to Daniel House. House gets this over to Melton. Melton looking. Gets out to Daniel House. Daniel House coming inside. Daniel House out to Melton again. Melton, the three is no good. That comes up just short. Rebounded by Caruso. Gets it down to Derek Jones. Derek Jones missing it, and Niang gets the rebound. Beautiful defensive job by the Sixers when it should have been points right there for the Bulls. Melton gets out to Niang. Niang coming inside. Kicks it out to Melton. Melton looking out to Niang. Niang out to Milton. Milton coming inside. Milton falls down. It'll be a kick ball against the Chicago Bulls. It'll be a kick ball against Goran Dragic. DeMar DeRozan right back in the game here for the Sixers as Zach LaVine will head himself to the bench. As Joel Embiid is about ready to get back in the game here for Philly. It looks like he is very well needed to replace Montrezl Harrell most likely. So Harrell will make his way to the bench. At some point, all the stars will get back in the game here for the Sixers, but Melton inbounds it to Milton. Milton around the screen from Embiid. Milton gets over to Melton. Melton gets over back to Shake Milton over to Niang. Niang the three from the top of the key. No good. Embiid gets the rebound, tries to release it, and it is good for Joel Embiid. Beautiful shot by Joel Embiid. Barely gets it in, but does get the points. And this will be a timeout yet again. I think this is going to be another one against the Bulls. And this will be double figures here for Joel Embiid. Beautiful rebounding job against two guys. Embiid with a beautiful shot to put that right back and give the Sixers a 16-point lead. Beautiful job. Sixers already with 18 points off the bench. I love that. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the bench so far. 18 bench points so far in the first half. I'm loving it. I am loving that. That is exactly what I want to see. Some very nice and solid bench production. That is what I'm talking about. That is how you score off the bench. That's how you do it. Guys, looks like I might be the only one doing this game, to be completely honest, because everyone else is probably watching the Phillies right now. But looks like James Harden to get back in the game here for the Sixers. So the Sixers are starting to add in Sixers are eventually going to start getting their starting lineup back in one by one. One of the fans in the stands was so excited that Joel Embiid gave her a fist bump. Here we go. They'll inbound here from Kobe White to Patrick Williams. Williams on the inside, and looks like he will travel. If not that, it was an offensive foul. Either way, it'll go the other way. So kind of one by one, they're going to start to bring in some of the starting lineup pieces. As Harden gets over to Niang, over to D'Anthony Melton. Melton going to his right, coming inside, kicks it out to House. House with the pump fake. House for three. That's good for Daniel House. Beautiful shot by the new number 25, Daniel House. Beautiful shot. As DeMar DeRozan gets this over to Coby White. Coby White coming inside. Coby White kicks it out to Patrick Williams. Williams, the three is good. Beautiful shot by Patrick Williams. Here we go. James Harden with the ball here for the Sixers. Harden coming inside. Gets out to Embiid. Embiid shoots it from the free throw line. That's good for Joel Embiid. Beautiful shot by Joel. I guess that rest really helped Joel Embiid out because now Embiid with 12 points in the game. As Coby White with the ball matching up with Niang. Try to get it over to DeRozan, and it's picked off by James Harden. Harden, the three from the top of the key. No good, and it's rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic with the ball here for the Bulls. Gets it over to DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan coming inside. DeRozan got met by Embiid at about the backboard. And Embiid helping out DeMar DeRozan, but the foul will be called against Joel Embiid regardless. But DeMar DeRozan going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws here for Chicago. Embiid having a little slight chitter chatter here with the official. Embiid not playing last night. They were probably just being cautious last night. They brought him back for tonight's game as the first one is good for DeMar DeRozan at the line. Tobias Harris now to step in here for Georges Niang. So like I said before, they're kind of just going to bring the starters back in one by one. And if not, then I'm wrong. But it's looked like it so far. It has looked like it so far in this one. As DeMar DeRozan so far with 10 points, 2 for 3 from the field. And the second one for DeRozan is also good at the line. So now the Bulls will yet again cut this down to a 16-point deficit. Here we go. Daniel House with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets it over to Tobias Harris. Harris looking for options. Harris gets over to Embiid. Embiid gets over to Harden. Harden goes to his right. And they're going to call it an offensive foul. They're going to call it an illegal screen on Joel Embiid. I think that's Joel Embiid's second, if not his third. Here we go. Here's DeMar DeRozan. Looking for options. Gets out to Caruso. Caruso. Out to Coby White. Coby White gets over to DeRozan. DeRozan. Looking. Gets over to Caruso. And House tried to take it away. Coby White turns it over. Embiid picks it up, and it wasn't even close. Harden gets over to Harris. Harris, the three is good. Beautiful shot by Tobias Harris, and there's a beautiful three-pointer right there. Here we go. Here's Vucevic with the ball. Gets over to Caruso. Caruso gets over to DeRozan. DeRozan coming inside, shoots a 2. That is no good for DeMar DeRozan, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 more. That'll be number 3 on Joel tonight. That'll be number 3 on Embiid. As he sort of grabs Vucevic and then has DeMar DeRozan fall down as he runs right into him. First one for DeMar DeRozan is good at the line. Here we go. 5:27 left to go here in the first half. Second one for DeRozan at the line is good as it goes off the front rim and in. But here we go. Here's James Harden with the ball here for the Sixers, matching him with Alex Caruso. Harden looking. Gets it back to Embiid. Embiid matching him with Vucevic. Embiid coming inside. Embiid pump faking. Tries to shoot the two. No good the first time. Second time is good, but it is a travel on Joel Embiid. And looks like Embiid will take a seat on the bench. I don't know who's stepping in for him because Montrez isn't in either. And Embiid gets right back up. They must have had a little bit of confusion on who was coming in and who's going out. They're really going to keep Embiid in this game. There will probably be a substitution, but in a little bit, most likely. As here we go, DeMar DeRozan with the ball here for the Bulls. Shoots a two, and that is good for DeMar DeRozan. Looks like they have Daniel House running with the starting five. Embiid shoots a step-back three just for the fun of it, and this is where looks like the Sixers are going to make a lineup change here. Probably going to put Embiid and have him sit on the bench. Probably going to have Embiid sit on the bench for a little bit. Most likely. But yeah, man. That's a good game right now. Sixers still winning by 15. I'm telling you, in this Phillies game, the Phillies got to wake up a little bit. It's time for them to wake up. Yeah, man, Philly's got to buck up at the end of the day. Wheeler's trying to do everything that he can, but has 2 earned runs so far, and this one has allowed 2 earned runs so far in this game to the Astros. Like I said this earlier today. I don't think I've ever said it on camera, but I'm fine with the Sixers losing game 2 as long as they could have taken 1 of 2 in Houston, which they most likely will. I am perfectly okay with the Sixers losing this game tonight. I'm perfectly fine with the Sixers losing this game tonight. Not the Sixers, I'm perfectly fine with the Phillies losing this game tonight. As long as they could have taken 1 of 2 in Houston and they could finish off in Philly, I am perfectly fine with that. But yeah, man, we're about to get back into it. Career high 44 points for Tyrese Maxey in this game. But yeah, man. +40 points, 9+ three-pointers made, 75% field goals, 75% from three-point range in a game in NBA history. Tyrese Maxey, just the 3rd player to do it, as well as Klay Thompson and Kyrie Irving. As James Harden gets this over to D'Anthony Melton. Melton with the ball here for the Sixers. Melton pump fakes, gets it out to Daniel House. House going to his left, gets over to James Harden. So it looks like the Sixers are going to be running some small ball. Harden coming inside out to Daniel House, and House is going to lose it out of bounds, and the Bulls will take over. Here we go. Caruso gets it over to 24 over to Vucevic, over to DeRozan. DeRozan gets it over to Coby White. Coby White down to DeRozan in the corner for 3. That's good for DeMar DeRozan. And the steal here by Caruso. And Caruso will be fouled by P.J. Tucker. As James Harden just lost the ball and Caruso almost answered with the 2-pointer. But Caruso did go to the line here for 2. Foul on P.J. Tucker, like I said before. First one for Caruso at the line is good. Sixers are probably going to play small ball for the rest of the first half, most likely, with Embiid on 3 fouls right now. The fact that Montrezl Harrell's not back in, they might put him in later, but we'll see. Second one for Caruso is also good, so the Bulls will cut this down to a 10-point deficit. But here we go. James Harden with the ball here for the Sixers, bringing it down the floor. Harden looking, trying to find options. Harden matching up with Coby White. Harden coming inside. Harden laying this up for 2, and it's no good, and it's rebounded by the Bulls. Caruso bringing this down the other end. Caruso, the 2 is no good. Vucevic trying to go with the putback. It's no good. Vucevic still fighting for it. Kicks it out to Green. And this time it'll be a turnover for the Bulls. Harden with the ball. Coming inside. Shoots a 2. No good. And it will be a blocking foul on DeMar DeRozan. I hope not, man. Never wish injury on a player by any means. I mean, no, not all players are perfect every night, man. Not all players are perfect every night, you know. There's some games where everyone has a great game, and there are some games where everyone has a bad game. Not everyone's perfect every game, man. It's a 10-point game, 54-44. Sixers do have the lead. They're challenging this to see if it was a blocking foul. DeRozan didn't keep his hands by his side, which would make me think this is a blocking foul still on DeMar DeRozan, because when it's a charge, you got to have your hands straight beside you. You cannot move them. You cannot move them from your side in order to make it a charge. So I think in my eyes, this stays as a blocking foul on DeMar DeRozan. So the challenge is unsuccessful, I think. So DeMar DeRozan will receive the blocking foul. There'll be another foul tonight on DeMar DeRozan. James Harden on the line for 2. First one for Harden at the line is good. The first one for Harden's good at the line. And the second one for Harden is good at the line as well. So it's 56-44. Sixers have a 12-point lead. Caruso coming inside. The 2 is good for Alex Caruso. Tucker gets this out to Tobias Harris. Harris to bring it down the floor. Gets over to James Harden. Harden with the ball. Matching up with Alex Caruso. Sorry about that, guys. Something happened to stream here. I have no idea what happened. As shot clock violation here on the Sixers. So it'll go the other way. Bulls will have the ball. LaVine dropping this down to Patrick Williams with the one-handed jam. Here we go. James Harden with the ball here for Sixers. Harden kicks this out to Harris. Harris with the 3 at the top of the key is no good. And LaVine will just let that go out of bounds. And it'll be Bulls ball again with 2:22 left to go in the first half. Here we go. DeMar DeRozan with the ball here for the Bulls. Coming inside, the reverse layup is good. He's just that good of a player, dude. You can never underestimate DeMar DeRozan. You can never do it. No field goals for the Sixers in the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds. They need a bucket. James Harden with the ball here for the Sixers. Harden looking for options. Harden still looking. Harden goes step back 3. No good for James Harden. Are you serious? Here we go. Caruso gets it over to Vucevic for 3. It's too good for Nikola Vucevic. And you have got to be joking, man. You got to be joking. James Harden with the ball trying to get around Caruso. Harden kicks it out to Tucker. Tucker out to Melton. Melton looking, coming inside. Melton gets it down to Harris. Harris, the 3-point shot is good, and he'll silence the crowd immediately. Tobias Harris to no more games. Let's just break the tie. LaVine gets this over to Vucevic. Vucevic matching up with Tobias Harris. Vucevic backing in. Vucevic gets out to Caruso. Caruso wide open for 3. That's good. And we got ourselves a ball game here in Chicago, man. Holy cow. Here we go. Here's James Harden with the ball here for the Sixers. Gets it down to P.J. Tucker. Tucker kicks it out to Harris. Out to Melton. Melton coming inside. Melton, the 2 is good for DeAnthony Melton. Beautiful fake right there by DeAnthony Melton to get the 2-pointer. 40 seconds left to go in the first half. DeMar DeRozan with the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. DeRozan will lose the ball out of bounds, and it'll be Sixers ball. $33 seconds left to go here in the first half. Montrezl Harrell to come in for P.J. Tucker. So they're done playing small ball lineup. They're done playing small ball for a little bit. See what they can do. James Harden to bring the ball down the other end here for the Sixers. Harden matching up with Alex Caruso. Harden looking for options. Goes to his right. Harden coming inside. Harden looking, gets out to Tucker. Tucker for 3. That's good for P.J. Tucker. Beautiful shot by P.J. Tucker. Great spacing right there as well. Give P.J. Tucker 8 points tonight with that shot. Under 10 seconds left to go here in the first half. DeRozan matching up with Montrezl Harrell. DeRozan, the step back 2 is no good. No fouls called. And they'll just let it go. And we will go to halftime. Sixers up 8 on the Chicago Bulls at the end of the first half by a score of 64-56. Sixers with 27 points scored in the second quarter, and the Bulls able to put up 34 or 34 rather in the second quarter. It's 64-56, ladies and gentlemen, is your score at halftime. Sixers have the lead and continue to be in favor for the lead. I'm just tired of Harden, bro. So tired. Harden's trying to do what he can, man. It's not every game where even a star is going to be efficient every time. Even some of the best are not going to have big games. You saw with LeBron James last night. You saw with LeBron last night. LeBron did not have a good game last night. I think he was like 0 for 9 from 3. He didn't have a good game last night. So it's not like Harden is going to come out here and continue to be 100% efficient every single game. Obviously, Harden's not going to be perfect. Everyone knows that. But, James Harden, when it all comes down to it, he's going to just do his best and be the player that he is and hopefully to provide the best production that he can. Star Wars 99, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. So I hope the Eagles beat the Steelers. I hope so too, man. I hope so too. Star Wars 99, if you have not done so, hit that like button. MC says, let's go Sixers. You already know. As we are here at the half, we'll go over the halftime stats and take the halftime break like we always do. So starting out for your Philadelphia 76ers on the Sixers side, Joel Embiid leading the way with 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists, followed up by Tobias Harris with 11 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. PJ Tucker with 8 points and 3 rebounds. DeAnthony Melton with 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists off the bench. James Harden with 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 8 assists. George Niang with 5 points and 2 rebounds. Shake Milton with 4 points, a rebound, and an assist each. Montrezl Harrell with 3 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. And Tyrese Maxey with just 3 points straight up, and that is how your scoring concludes for the first half of the Philadelphia 76ers. Now going on to the Chicago Bulls side. DeMar DeRozan leading the way with 20 points, a rebound, and an assist each. Following that up is Alex Caruso with 9 points, a rebound, and 2 assists. Followed up by Nikola Vucevic with 7 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. Followed up by Patrick Williams with 7 points and 2 rebounds straight up. Following that up is Zach LaVine with 5 points, a rebound, and 2 assists, which is very uncommon from Zach LaVine for sure. And then Kobe White with 3 points, no rebounds, and 2 assists. Derek Jones with 3 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. And then Javonte Green with 2 points and 2 rebounds. End off your scoring for the Chicago Bulls. Now we look at the team stats here. Sixers shooting the ball 53.3% from the field to the Chicago Bulls 42.5%. Sixers shooting the ball 50% from three-point range to the Chicago Bulls 38.5%. Sixers shooting the ball 85.7% from the free throw line to the Chicago Bulls 89.5%. Chicago Bulls are out-rebounding the Sixers 22-20 and same offensively 7-5. Sixers have more assists than the Chicago Bulls 17-11. Sixers have more blocks than the Bulls 3-1. Sixers have more steals than the Bulls 4-3. Sixers are winning the turnover battle 8-6. Sixers have more points in the paint than the Chicago Bulls 26-20. And a total of 17 personal fouls called in that first half, 12 on the Sixers and 5 on the Chicago Bulls. So he says, let's go Sixers. Go Sixers from Bleacher. Stars99 says, how about them Flyers also this season? Yeah, the Flyers are doing something too, man. That's for sure. But yeah, guys, you already know what it is, man. We're going to take the halftime break like we always do. You guys pretty much know the drill because it's all new people here except for the one person that came in and depressed Sixers fans. So, ladies and gentlemen, you pretty much know the drill, man. Go get a snack, go get a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you guys need to do in order to get ready for the second half of this one between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Chicago Bulls. And this one, we have another comment. Bleacher says, let's go Phillies. You already know. But yeah, guys, we take the halftime break. We'll be back in a few minutes. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you all back here for the second half. Let's see if the Sixers can find a way to pick up this W in the Windy City.
All right, guys, I'm back, ready to go here for the second half. Here we go, man. PJ Tucker with a perfect first half. 8 points, 3 for 3 from the field, and 2 for 2 from three-point range. Here we are, second half underway right now. Bulls have possession here to start. Here we go. As Caruso gets this down to Patrick Williams, over to DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan gets out to Vucevic. Vucevic for 3, and that's good for Nikola Vucevic. Flyers are winning. Perfect. Keep it going, Philly. Come on. Tobias starts with the ball, gets over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey bringing it up. Kicks out to Harris. Harris coming inside up the baseline over to Embiid. Embiid, the 2 is good, plus the foul. Joel Embiid will go to the line for one more. The foul will come against Alex Caruso. But yeah, man, Joel Embiid with a beautiful job right there. Joel Embiid so far, 14 points, 7 for 10 from the field, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Free throw is good. Make that 15 points on the night for Joel Embiid. $15 for Joel Embiid tonight as Caruso gets this over to Patrick Williams, over to DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan gets it down to Vucevic. Vucevic, the 3 is good. Nikola Vucevic finding his thunder and lightning here so far late in the second quarter and in the second half to start. James Harden when the ball gets over to Embiid. Embiid matching up with Vucevic. Embiid gets over to James Harden. Harden coming inside, looking, gets over to Embiid. Embiid out to Harris. Harris pump fakes. Out to Maxey in the corner for 3. That's good for Tyrese Maxey, and that's a beautiful shot by Tyrese, who put up phenomenal numbers last night. Caruso gets over to Vucevic, and rather that's Zach LaVine, who will slam the ball for 2. 6-point game here in the Windy City. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers, gets over to James Harden, over to Embiid. Embiid setting everything up, and Embiid will be fouled by Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine must have clipped one of Joel Embiid's fingers, as Embiid will head to the line for 2. And yes, Zach LaVine clipped Joel Embiid's finger. One of Joel Embiid's fingers, maybe multiple, I don't know. But Embiid hoping it's okay. Hopefully it's not like hyperextended or anything. I don't even think it was. But first one for Embiid at the line is good. If it doesn't affect him, if he makes like both of these, he'll be perfectly fine. Embiid so far with 16 points in this game. Joel's doing pretty solid right now. Second one for Embiid at the line is good. So Embiid's fine. He's fine. Joel Embiid's fine, man. So here we go. Caruso bringing the ball down the floor here for the Chicago Bulls. Gets it over to Patrick Williams, over to DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan cutting it back on James Harden. Loses the ball. Goes out of bounds, but it will remain with the Chicago Bulls with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Maxey thought it was Sixers ball because he was getting ready to inbound it, but Embiid could not handle it. And Embiid wanted to dodge the fall by DeMar DeRozan. It turns out it will be Bulls basketball with 10 on the shot clock. Here we go, 10-16 left to go here in the third quarter. DeRozan inbounds it to Zach LaVine. LaVine pump fakes on Harden. LaVine goes to his left. LaVine looking for options. LaVine, the 3 is no good, and it's rebounded by Tyrese Maxey over to Alex Caruso. Maxey bringing the ball down the other end. Maxey matching up with Zach LaVine. Gets out to Harris. Back to Maxey. Maxey around a screen by Embiid. Maxey, the 2 is no good. Embiid tries to put it back. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Bulls basketball. They're going to say a last touched off of Joel Embiid. I mean, Embiid's got a huge wingspan, so I wouldn't be surprised if it went off of Embiid anyway. But this time it will go off of Zach LaVine, and it will be a turnover for the Bulls. So that was what the Sixers needed in order to have answered, and they answered immediately. And Doc Rivers is like, let's go. Let's take advantage. And B gets this over to Maxey, and now another turnover. As this is another offensive foul against the Sixers, and Caruso falls on the ground. As this one will be against PJ Tucker for an illegal screen on Alex Caruso. As Caruso gets this over to Patrick Williams, over to Zach LaVine. LaVine gets over to Vucevic. Vucevic tries to get it over to Caruso, but another turnover. This has so far been the minute or two of turnovers. Because that's like 4 straight turnovers right there for both teams. Harden gets this over to Maxey. Maxey gets it back to Harden. Harden coming inside. Harden, the 2 is no good. And it's rebounded by the Bulls. LaVine with the ball here for the Bulls. Gets out to DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan coming inside on James Harden. Kicks out to Vucevic. Vucevic coming inside. Gets out to LaVine. LaVine, the 3 is good for Zach LaVine. Wow. Takes a lot of effort to get a bucket so far in the second half. I will say that, to say the least. Here we go. Tobias Harris with the ball here for the Sixers. Harris looking for options. Harris going to his left, trying to get it over to Embiid, and does do so. Embiid matching up with Vucevic. Loses the ball. And it will be Bulls basketball, and that's another turnover for the Sixers. Both teams being pretty sloppy so far in the second half of this game. Both teams so far being pretty sloppy. Here we go. LaVine gets it out to Caruso, out to Vucevic for 3, and that's good. Wow. Vucevic is on fire in the second half, dude. 2-point game here in the Windy City. Harden gets over to Maxey. Maxey over to Harden. Harden. Back to Maxey. Maxey gets over to Harden, over to Harris. And another offensive foul, this time against Joel Embiid. Either between him or PJ Tucker. And Tucker trying to converse with the official to overturn the call, and it's never going to stand a chance. About 8 minutes to go, and Doc Rivers is starting to really get concerned. I'm like, what's going on? Because, like, this team has gotten so many turnovers so far in the second half, and it's unbelievable. Here we go. Patrick Williams gets it over to Vucevic. Vucevic over to LaVine. LaVine rolls to his right. LaVine gets over to Caruso. Caruso gets over to Vucevic. Vucevic matching up with Tobias Harris. Kicks it out to Patrick Williams for 3. It's no good. Harden gets the rebound. Thank you. Finally. Here we go. James Harden with the ball, matching up against Alex Caruso. Harden cuts this over to Embiid. Embiid out to Harris in the corner for 3. It's no good. And another turnover for the Sixers. That's another one on PJ Tucker. That's another one against PJ Tucker, man. Oh, my goodness. And Tucker's got to sit. He's got to sit for quite some time. Sixers need to stop turning this ball over, man. Sixers just need to stop turning this ball over. So LaVine with the layup is good. So now we're at a tie ball game here at 72 points apiece. And a timeout is definitely 100,000% called here by Doc Rivers. Because he needs to have a talk with his team immediately. Sixers are being so careless with the ball in the second half. They got to step it up. Sixers are being so careless with the ball in the second half. They got to stop doing that. Well, come on, man. We got to stop being so careless with the ball. When we're careless with the ball, we don't win. And now we just made them tie it up with us. We just made the Bulls tie it up with us. We were up by as much as, I think, 19 points. And now we're tied with the Bulls right now. Thibault is in the game for PJ Tucker. So it looks like Harris is going to go down to the 4. And Thibault's going to play the 3. But yeah, man, this is not looking that great right now. Both teams are being careless with the ball, especially the Sixers. We're letting the Bulls right back in this game. We're letting them right back in it. We need to be better than that on how we control the ball. We need to be a lot better than that. We got to stop being so careless with it. I'm tired of us being so careless with the ball, no matter when it is. First half, second half, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, I don't care. We need to stop being so careless with the basketball. We're tied with the Bulls right now, man. We need to go on a run here. We got to run away from them. Let's go. But yeah, Sixers got to find a way to figure things out, man. The Sixers to start with the ball here after the break. And Caruso is being really aggressive with Maxey as Thibault finally inbounds it. And here we go. Maxey gets this over to Embiid. Embiid gets over to James Harden. Harden matching up with DeMar DeRozan. Harden looking for options. Gets it down to Embiid. Embiid, the 2-point shot is not even close. It was nearly airballed as it barely went off the backboard. LaVine with the ball gets over to Vucevic. Vucevic gets over to DeRozan. DeRozan rolls to his right. DeRozan spins, shoots a 2. That's good for DeMar DeRozan. You cannot set up DeMar DeRozan like that. You need to stay on him. You cannot get fooled by DeMar DeRozan. He is a veteran in this league, and you should know it. 10-0 run for the Bulls in the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Maxey with the ball coming inside. Maxey tries to get this out to Harden or Embiid, and this is another turnover. LaVine gets met by Embiid at the rim, but it will be a foul against Joel Embiid. As Embiid is down for a little bit. But Embiid went down there and smacked that ball. He smacked it. Here we go. This will go down the other end here. Bulls lead 76-72. Harden gets this over to Embiid. Embiid looking for options. Embiid tries to shoot it for 2. It's no good, but Embiid will go to the line for 2 free throws. Foul will come on Nikola Vucevic. Embiid to shoot 2 free throws at the line here for the Sixers. First one at the line for Joel Embiid is good. We need every bucket we can right now, man. We cannot allow this Bulls team to run away from us. Can't do it. Now's not the time to see this team running away from us, man. Now's not a great time. Second one for Embiid at the line is also good. Thank goodness for Joel Embiid, man. Trying to put us back in this game as much as he can. Here we go. LaVine bringing the ball down the other end here for the Bulls. Gets it over to Caruso, over to DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan fakes the pass over to Caruso. Now Caruso has it for 2, and it's no good for Alex Caruso. Rebounded by the Sixers. Harden gets it down the other end, and Maxey alley-oop to Thibault is missed. Maxey, you should have just took that yourself, man. You should have just took that yourself. LaVine with the ball here for the Bulls. Matching up with Joel Embiid. Why is Embiid on Zach LaVine? Gets it over to Caruso, over to Vucevic. Vucevic spinning. The 2 is no good. And why was Harden matching up against Nikola Vucevic? That should be Joel Embiid's job. But Harden gets us over to Embiid. Embiid matching up with Vucevic now. Embiid looking for options. Gets it over to Thibault. Thibault over to Embiid. Embiid spinning, looking. Gets over to Thibault, and Thibault with the layup is good. So Thibault will tie up this game at 76 points apiece. About 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Vucevic with the ball gets it over to Caruso. Caruso out to Pat Williams. It looks like this is against the Sixers because this isn't going the other way. Foul will be called against Tobias Harris. Man, it's tied 3-3. Man. That game is close. But come on, Flyers, let's go. D'Anthony Melton to check back in the game here for the Sixers. Don't know who he's checking in for. Looks like he's checking in for James Harden, I would assume. If Harden was still in the game at the time, I would assume he's checking in for Harden. Here we go, 5 minutes left. Vucevic gets it over to Caruso, back to Vucevic, over to Pat Will, who is met by Melton at the rim. Beautiful block by D'Anthony Melton, but this will go the other way. Come on, Melton, you got to handle the ball. You got to handle the ball, Melton. I was giving you high praise after you blocked that off of Javonte Green, rather, instead of Pat Williams. And the shot is good. It was a three-point shot. Couldn't tell who was by. But here we go. Here's Maxey bringing this down the other end. Maxey going to his right. Maxey lays it up. Does not get it to go. Thibault trying to get the rebound. Cannot do so. DeRozan with the ball here for the Bulls. DeRozan looking. Gets it out to Vucevic. Vucevic gets it over to Javonte Green, over to DeRozan. DeRozan coming inside. DeRozan, the two-point shot is good. You cannot set up DeMar DeRozan. You need to go all out on DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan is a veteran in this league. You should know how to guard DeMar DeRozan, and you should learn to not set him up. Because this is another timeout by the Sixers. Holy cow. Got to be better than that. Got to be better than that, man. That is pathetic effort right there. That is pathetic effort right there. Got to be better than that. But yeah, man, Sixers definitely need to be a lot better. They need to be a lot better on the defensive side. And they need to start scoring some points here. They're down by 3 to the Bulls. We led by as much as 19. And we're down 3 to Chicago. Sixers need to be better than that, man. On both sides of the ball, they need to be better. I can't even blame for the fact that we are losing because of Doc Rivers, because Doc Rivers can't really do much. It's the fact that, number one, we're being careless with the ball. Number two, our defense looks pathetic. And number three, we're just not getting the job done in the second half so far. I can't even blame this on Doc Rivers, man. I just can't do it. I got to blame this on the players. Yeah, man, Sixers got to find a way to get things going. As guys, I am thinking about doing the Eagles game tomorrow against the Steelers. So that is the case for tomorrow afternoon. Be sure to come through and tune into that, since I will be able to do that game. The Phillies losing the Astros. Of course. I'm not surprised. Wow, the Flyers game is going into overtime against the Carolina Hurricanes. Flyers game goes into overtime. Vucevic was really kept up. 19.7-11 from the field. And I think it said 5 for 5 from 3. Sixers need to get right back in this. They're down by 5. They need to get something going. Maxey goes to his right. Maxey, the 2-point shot is no good. Rebounded by the Bulls. And Maxey gets the steal right back. Maxey, the layup again, is good that time, plus the foul. Maxey with the chance of the 3-point play. Foul coming against Nikola Vucevic. It's time for Maxey to step. It's time for these players to step up on defense right now. We're getting the points right here. Maxey with the strip off of Kobe White and able to get it in for 2 says let's go. Going to line for 1 more. And the extra point is good for Tyrese Maxey. That'll be number 3 on Nikola Vucevic tonight. And here we are, DeMar DeRozan with the ball. Matching him with Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris now switching on to him. DeRozan spinning and is stripped. Harris has it, gets it down to Maxey. Maxey, the layup is no good, but he will be fouled and will go to the line for 2. I would assume it is a shooting foul. And Maxey will go to the line for 2, assuming that's going to be number 4 on Vucevic. That's number 4 on Vucevic. I think it's on Vucevic, and it's not on, I think it was Kobe White who came down there. Maxey with just 9 points. First one for Maxey at the line is good. So Maxey with an opportunity to tie this one back up at 81 points apiece. This team physically hurts me. Let's see if we can come out with a win, man. As the second one for Maxey is no good at the line, and Vucevic gets the rebound. They're keeping Vucevic in with 4 fouls. That is crazy. I mean, they don't have Drummond tonight. Keep that in mind, guys. But Dragic going to his right, gets out to Kobe White. Kobe White, the 3-point shot, rims out. Thibault had it, and it will be Sixers ball. Javonte Green thought he had it. Montrezl Harrell coming back into the game soon. So Maxey with the ball, bringing this inside. Maxey, the reverse layup is good. Maxey gives the Sixers the lead by 1. Here we go. DeMar DeRozan spinning around Tobias Harris, gets it over to Kobe White. Kobe White over to Vucevic. And that is intercepted by DeAnthony Melton, who gets this over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey over to Tobias Harris. And Tobias Harris stepped out of bounds again. Some of these players, in terms of some of these turnovers, they're pulling off a Danny Green. They're always stepping out of bounds. They're stepping out of bounds. Stop pulling off your Danny Green impression. These players are seriously pulling off their Danny Green impression. You've got to be joking. Maxey is a dog, but I mean, he's not having the biggest game tonight. I mean, coming off a 44-point performance, he probably was exhausted from that game, so he's trying to put up what he can in this game against Chicago. But here's DeRozan, gets this over to Dragic. Dragic matching him with Maxey, comes inside. Dragic loses it, shoots a 2 from the free throw line, and that is good to put the Bulls back in front by 1. Here we go. Tyrese Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Bring this down the other end with 2.5 minutes left to go in the third. Maxey, a 3, short, and it's rebounded by the Bulls. Why are you taking 3s? You're down by 1, and Maxey, you shouldn't have put your hands up because that could have been Sixers possession right back. As Dragic looks like, here's the one trying to make the pass. Melton making the play on defense, but Maxey being the last one to touch it. But here we go. Here's Derek Jones Jr. with the ball. Gets over to Goran Dragic. Dragic coming inside. The layup for Dragic is no good, and Embiid gets the rebound. Facts. But here we go. Here's Maxey with the ball. Bring it down the other end. Maxey gets this over to Embiid. Embiid matching up with Javonte Green. Embiid, the 2 is no good, but he will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. The foul will be on Goran Dragic. Oh, Georges Niang just having a good time. Chuckle by Georges Niang. You know, they're just having a good time out there, man. They're just having fun. You know, that's what everything's pretty much all about. Is the first one is get the line for Joel Embiid. Embiid being actually really efficient from the free throw line this game. But yeah, man, 158 left to go here in the third quarter. Second one for B at the line is missed. Are you kidding me, Joel? Come on. Minute 50 left to go. Here's Dragic with the ball. Gets it over to Vucevic. Vucevic, the 3 is no good that time, and it's way off. Rebounded by the Sixers. Maxey going to his left. Maxey, the 2-point shot is no good. Embiid tries to get the rebound as Vucevic falls. And Billy Donovan calling a timeout for the Bulls. Well, the Flyers lost. What do you know? Phillies are probably going to lose tonight, which, you know what? I'm actually perfectly fine with the Phillies losing this game because all I wanted them to do was take one of these first 2 games in Houston. I wanted them to take one of these first 2 games in Houston, and that looks like exactly what they're going to do. But yeah, I'm fine if the Phillies go ahead and drop this game to the Astros. I'm perfectly fine with them. I won't complain if they lose this second game. Because, I mean, let's be real. The Phillies want to go and finish in front of the home crowd. They want to finish in front of the home crowd, man. All-time scoring list in NBA history. DeMar DeRozan sitting at 20,050 points in NBA history. He's just 168 points behind Steph Curry. As Dragic gets this out to LaVine, who gets this out to Kobe White. And Kobe White stepped out of bounds, and this is going to go the other way. Another turnover. Another turnover for the Chicago Bulls. 1:22 left to go here in the third quarter. Melton inbounds this to Maxey. We're going Maxey with the second unit here. As Maxey gets us out to DeAnthony Melton. Melton back to Maxey. Maxey matching up with Derek Jones. Maxey going to his right around Dragic. Maxey, the 2-point shot is good. So Maxey gives the Sixers the lead right back by 2. 85-83 Sixers with the lead. Under minute to go in the third. LaVine gets us over to, I believe that was Javonte Green, and indeed it was, as that one is good to tie this back up at 85 apiece. 50 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Maxey bringing the ball down the other end here for the Sixers. Maxey gets over to Niang. Niang, the 3-point shot is good. Beautiful shot out right there out of Georges Niang. That shows you that Georges Niang's been working on his jump shot all offseason. That shows it right there. And LaVine, the 3, no good. Rebounded by Niang. And Niang will just flip this back to DeAnthony Melton, and they'll bring it down the floor. Melton coming inside. Melton cannot get it to go. Montrezl Harrell does get the rebound. Harrell out to Melton. The 2-point shot is good for DeAnthony Melton. Just like that, the Sixers, just like that, lead it by 5. Here we go. Kobe White gets this over to Zach LaVine. or not Kobe White, Derek Jones. Derek Jones Jr. gets this over to LaVine. LaVine kicks this out. Dragic, the three is no good, but an absolute jackhammer by Javonte Green. Maxey, the deep three, is no good off the front rim. What a jackhammer that was by Javonte Green as he absolutely smacked that into the basket with two hands. But we go to the fourth quarter here where the Philadelphia 76ers are up 3 on the Chicago Bulls, 90-87 as we head to quarter number 4. $90-87 into quarter number 4. Here we go. It all comes down to one quarter, man. Obviously today, I know Penn State fans are not going to like it, but had to go ahead and put the Ohio State Buckeyes shirt underneath the Maxey jersey. Had to go ahead and do it. I know Penn State fans will not like that, but hey, Penn State fans, y'all have no room to talk. All right, guys, here we go. Ready to go for the fourth quarter. Appreciate the 2 people for still sticking around in the chat. If y'all haven't done so, hit that like button on the screen, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. And everyone share out the stream so we can bring more views on this chat for the last little bit that we will be on here, which is the remainder of the fourth quarter, and then we'll go over the final stats after that. Hopefully the Sixers can pull out the dub, man, because the Flyers already lost, so I can't represent the Flyers tonight in any sort of way. Probably won't be able to represent the Phillies, so hopefully the Sixers can come out with a win. Here we go as James Harden starts out with the ball here for the Sixers. Harden matching up here with Goran Dragic. Harden coming inside. Harden, the 2-point shot. Off the backboard's no good. Montrezl Harrell put it back, but a foul will be called on the Chicago Bulls. It will be called on Goran Dragic. James Harden is actually shooting foul. It's not foul on the floor. So James Harden to go to the line for 2. James Harden just with 7 points, 1 for 8 from the field, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. First one for James Harden at the line is good. I mean, I expected a lot better out of James Harden, but this could have gone a lot worse for him. So, at the end of the day, he's got to find a way to get better and get back to his normal self. Second one for James Harden is good. So the Sixers will now lead by 5 over the Chicago Bulls, 92-87. Here we go. Here's Zach LaVine with the ball. LaVine coming inside, takes the 2, and that is good for Zach LaVine. Plus the foul. Foul will be coming against Daniel House. And Daniel House, the one causing the foul, and that time around, as the free throws is good for Zach LaVine. And now the Sixers up by 2, 92-90. Harden getting swarmed by 2 defenders. Harden making everyone look. Goes step back 3, no good. Harrell cannot get the rebound for the Sixers either. Harden, at this point, you got to start taking layups, my guy. As LaVine will cause the offensive foul, and this will be a charge on Zach LaVine. Montrezl Harrell showing that toughness out there. LaVine gets a little too aggressive, drops Harrell. Tried the best that he could not foul, and turns out that he did foul, and it is now Sixers ball. Harden standing at the logo, comes inside. Harden gets it down to Harrell, and Harrell absolutely smacks that down in the basket for 2. Under 11 minutes left. Patrick Williams with the layup is no good, and then Coby White putting that back. Looks like the foul will be called on Montrezl Harrell. Looks like they called it on the floor. So the alley-oop will not count from Patrick Williams to Coby White. Or rather to Derrick Jones Jr. Why do I keep saying Coby White? Actually, it was a shooting foul, but they're going to give him 2 free throws at the line. First one's good at the line for Patrick Williams. Didn't see who's checking in the game. Maxi's going to get back in here and replace DeAnthony Melton. I'd say PJ Tucker. Especially tonight, in my opinion. Because, I mean, this is probably PJ Tucker's best game of the season so far. I mean, Tucker's got 8 points right now. You know, he's been shooting efficiently. Oh, what are we reviewing? Yeah, we better not be reviewing anything. For a second, I thought they were reviewing something, but it's too late to review anything because Patrick Williams already took the first free throw, which he made, and same thing with the second one. So now it is a 2-point game. 94-92, Sixers have the lead. Harden with the ball here for the Sixers, gets it down to Georges Niang. Niang down to Maxey. Maxey looking for options. Maxey out to James Harden. Harden kicks out to Maxey for 3. That is no good for Maxey. It's rebounded by the Bulls. Why do you take threes? You don't need threes right now when you have the lead, guys. Come on. As Dragic with the ball gets over to Alex Caruso. Caruso gets it over to Dragic. Dragic matching up with Maxey. Dragic going to his right, gets it down to Derrick Jones, and he will get the bucket and the foul. Foul will be against Tyrese Maxey and Derrick Jones Jr. to go to the line for one more. I'm not so sure about sixth man of the year. Because, I mean, like, you have to go by players such as Jordan Clarkson, Tyler Hero, and, you know, other players off the bench for any NBA organization. And not to mention Jordan Poole, too. Jordan Poole's also a sixth man. Niang with the layup is good with under 10 minutes to go. So, I really don't think Harrell's got a shot. I really don't think so. LaVine with the three-point shot's no good, and the Sixers get the rebound. Maxey with the ball brings it down the other end. Maxey kicks out to Niang. Niang, the three-point shot is good. Beautiful shot right there out of Georges Niang. Niang bringing all the production he can tonight. Dragic with the ball here for the Bulls. Dragic going to his right. Takes a three-point shot. That's no good off the back of the rim, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. Maxey has it, delivers it to Harden. Harden loses the ball, and it'll be Sixers basketball. And Harden wants to have a talk with the official. Harden, don't get too much into it, otherwise you're getting a T. It clearly, in my eyes, goes off of Goran Dragic. This should be one that they should go ahead and challenge, but of course they don't. I don't know how Doc Rivers doesn't go ahead and challenge that. Like, that was a perfect time for a challenge right there. But LaVine with the ball here for the Bulls gets it over to Coby White. Coby White Coming inside. Gets it down to Patrick Williams. Williams at the baseline. And Patrick Williams will get his second charge of the night. Second charge tonight for Patrick Williams. Sixers up by 4, 99-95. Here's James Harden with the ball here for the Sixers. Harden going to his left, matching him with Zach LaVine. Harden looking for options. Harden coming inside. Harden surrounded by LaVine. Harden just has to release it, and it is going to be an air ball, and it's going to go the other way. .38 left to go in the fourth quarter. Harden having a little conversation here with Zach LaVine. Here we go. Alex Caruso bringing the ball down the floor here for the Chicago Bulls. Caruso gets this over to LaVine. LaVine looking for options, matching him with Harden around the screen. LaVine, the three-point shot at the top of the key is good. You can't set up Zach LaVine either. You can't set up him or DeRozan. You can't set them both up and have them get wide open like that. They're going to make shots for the majority of the time. Niang gets this over to Embiid. Embiid out to Niang. Niang up the baseline. Niang out to Harden. Out to Maxey. Maxey spinning. Out to Harden. Harden out to Maxey again. Maxey coming inside. Maxey, the two-point shot. No good. Embiid gets it out to Daniel House. Over to Harden on the rebound. Harden matching him with Patrick Williams. Harden out to Daniel House over to Embiid. Embiid gets it over to Niang. Niang, the layup is good. Niang able to get it off in time and able to get the layup in to give the Sixers the three-point lead, 101-98. LaVine going to his right. LaVine matched up with Joel Embiid. LaVine coming inside, kicks it out to Caruso. Out to White. Out to Derek Jones. Back to Kobe White. Kobe White gets it out to Caruso. Caruso coming inside. Caruso. And this will be a foul against Alex Caruso. It will go the other way. Here we go, 7:07 left to go here in this one. So many turnovers in this game. 15 for the Sixers, 16 for the Bulls. Here we go, James Harden with the ball here for the Sixers. Matching up with Patrick Williams. Around the screen comes Harden over to Embiid. Embiid, pump fake it. Embiid loses the ball. Gets over to, and Kobe White recovers it, and he'll put the Bulls down by 1. This is a great game in the Windy City. Great game. Niang, 6th man of the year. I wish. I wish it would be Georges Niang for 6th man of the year. But I will say this, my number one con about this game is just too many turnovers. That's been mainly like my only con about this game. Even though the Sixers are winning right now, that's been my only con. Sixers with too many turnovers. So the turnovers will have to be cleaned up for next game. Last year you averaged 10 off the bench. Well, this is a different year, man. Last year's stats don't matter for this year anymore. Last year's stats don't matter for this year anymore, man. It's all about this year. Last year doesn't matter anymore. Got to worry about this year now. But at the end of the day, man, we got to find a way to come out with a win. But yeah, man, just a lot of turnovers in this game. That's my number one main and only con about the Sixers in the way that they are winning this game right now. Joel Embiid only with 20 points, 7 for 11 from the field, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 for 7 from the free throw line as well for Joel Embiid. Embiid is trying to do what he can to help the Sixers pull out the win. Trying to do whatever he can. Sixers will have possession, and the clock will resume. But here we go. Here's James Harden with the ball as the clock continues to resume. Harden gets this over to Maxey. Maxey gets over to Embiid. Embiid coming inside. Embiid, the two-point shot is good. Beautiful shot right there by Joel Embiid. 6.5 minutes left. Clock continues to tick. DeRozan with the ball here for the Bulls. DeRozan matching up with James Harden. DeRozan coming inside. DeRozan kicks us out to Javonte Green. And there will be a blocking foul on Georges Niang. And Georges Niang is saying that that is a BS call. And Javonte Green, not only that, he practically kicked Georges Niang on top of that. And Niang's like, you got to be kidding me. Brandon Man, what's good, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. So are the Phillies playing? Yes, they are, but I believe they're still losing to the Astros, man. But appreciate you for coming through, Brandon Man. If you haven't done so, my guy, hit that like button. First free throw at the line is no good for Javonte Green. Niang is still talking that smack. Niang is still talking. Georges Niang, the smack talker. Second one for Javonte Green is good, and the Bulls will be down by 2. Here we go. Under 6:10 left to go here in the game. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers. Maxey around a screen. Maxey loses it. Kobe White picks it up for the Bulls. Gets over to Javonte Green, but a turnover. And Embiid loses it again, and this will be on Javonte Green. Here we go. Here's Tobias Harris dropping this down to James Harden. And this will be another foul here against Javonte Green for the Bulls. 5:45 left to go in the game. Sixers lead by 2, 103 to 101. Here we go. Harris with the ball, drops it down to Joel Embiid. Embiid matching up with Vucevic. Embiid looking for options. Embiid kicks out to Harris. Harris having to handle the ball. Harris just has to shoot it, and he's not even gonna get it off, and he wouldn't have made the shot anyway. And it was hard for Harris to get that off because he couldn't see the shot clock. He couldn't see it. 18 turnovers tonight for the Sixers to the Bulls 17. Again, man, that's going to be something that we have to clean up. As DeRozan gets it over to Williams, out to Green, out to White for three in the corner. No good. Green with the rebound. And this will be a foul here against George Niang. This is really going to be a close finish, man. That's going to be number 3 on Niang tonight, man. But Javonte Green to the free throw line for 2. Chance to tie this up. First one for Javonte Green at the line is good. PJ Tucker to get back in the game here for the Sixers. PJ Tucker's been the best shooter for the Sixers tonight, even though he only has 8 points. He's been the best shooter. He's been perfect from the field and from three-point range. Second one at the line for Javonte Green is good, and the game is tied at 103 apiece. With 5:10 left to go in the game, Harden with the ball, bring it down the other end, matching up with Caruso. Harden going to his left, coming inside, and that will be a turnover. Come on. Kobe White with the layup is good. And that will put the Bulls back in front by 2. Sixers need to silence this crowd immediately. Here we go. Here's Maxey with the ball. Coming around a screen from Embiid. And Embiid falls down, gets out to Maxey. Maxey out to Harden. Harden surrounded by Caruso. Harden spinning. Harden's got to get it off quickly. Takes the 2, and that is good for James Harden. James Harden with a great shot as the shot clock was about to expire. DeRozan with the ball gets it down to Javonte Green, out to Vucevic for 2. That is good for Nikola Vucevic. Maxey with the ball here for the Sixers, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid gets it over to James Harden. Harden flipping this back over to Embiid. Embiid putting on the brakes. Tosses it down to Harris, out to Tucker. Tucker gets it around DeRozan. Back to Harris, over to Embiid. Embiid got to spin, got to shoot it, and it's no good. Harris gets the rebound for 2, and it's no good either. Man, that was a huge opportunity to tie this game up again. Here we go. DeRozan gets it over to Vucevic for 3. No good. That's going to come up short. Sixers get the rebound. Maxey bringing this down the other end. Doc Rivers is like, let's go. Let's play like us. Maxey gets it over to James Harden. Harden gets past Javonte Green. Harden, the 2 is no good, but he will be fouled. James Harden to be fouled here by Javonte Green, I do believe. If not him, on Patrick Williams. Here we go. James Harden to go to the line for 2. James Harden, you got to tie this up, man. Let's go. You got to tie this up. Your best shooting has pretty much come from the free throw line. James Harden has struggled 16% from the field. The majority of his points have come from the free throw line. I think at least 7 have come from here. If not that, about 6. First one at the line for James Harden is good. Anything we can in order to find a way to get the win. Zach LaVine to the bench here. And looks like a timeout is called by the Chicago Bulls. Again, guys, James Harden with an opportunity to tie this up. None of these teams deserve to win based on how many turnovers have been created by both these teams. They've created almost 40 turnovers combined. I think they have like 36 or 37 turnovers combined right now. That is crazy. But yeah, man, this is really coming down to the wire by any means. We really need to focus and get dialed in right here. Got to get dialed in. James Harden to shoot the second free throw once the commercials are done. The Sixers need to find a way to come out with the win. Sixers down by 1 here with 3:16 left to go in this game. There's just been a lot of turnovers. It's about to be about 40 turnovers combined, which is crazy. But yeah, man, Sixers looking to find a way to come out of the Windy City here with the win. And get a rest day tomorrow. And then reset for Monday. I forgot Vucevic was a former Sixer. As Vucevic having a talk with Tobias Harris. But James Harden to shoot the second one at the line here for the Sixers. Gotta make this. Must make this. Second one at the line for James Harden is good. We're tied at 107 apiece. 9 lead changes in this game. DeRozan with the ball here for the Bulls. Coming around and B gets over to Patrick Williams. Williams coming inside. Williams. Fake on the kick out, gets it out and out to DeRozan. DeRozan coming inside, shoots the 2. That is no good for DeMar DeRozan, and it's rebounded by P.J. Tucker for the Sixers. Harden will get this over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey going to his right. Maxey coming inside. Maxey flips this out to Harris. Harris gets it over to Embiid. Back to Harris. Harris back to Embiid. Embiid back to Harris again. Out to Harden. Harden loses the ball, but will be fouled. James Harden to be fouled by Patrick Williams. And Harden was like, thank you for calling that foul. James Harden needing to put these 2 buckets in. He's got to put these 2 free throws in. First one at the line for James Harden is good. Ten for 10 for James Harden from the line tonight. James Harden's been going to the line a lot, man. Second one for Harden is also good. Under 2.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. DeMar DeRozan bringing the ball down the floor here for the Bulls. DeRozan getting double teamed, gets out to Vucevic. And this will be a turnover here for the Bulls. Another turnover. As Harden controlling the ball. Matching up with Zach LaVine. Harden looking for his options. Harden gets it down to P.J. Tucker. Tucker out to Harris. Harris coming inside. Harris will drop it down to Tucker again. Tucker out to Harden. Harden, the 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by the Chicago Bulls. Here we go. Under 1:50 left to go in the game. LaVine going to his left. LaVine taking the 2. And it's no good, and it's rebounded by the Sixers. If he has it and gets it out to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey going to his right, gets out to James Harden, back to Maxey, over to Embiid. Embiid matching him with Vucevic. Embiid, the 2, is no good, and it's rebounded by Alex Caruso for the Chicago Bulls. Caruso, looking for options, gets it over to DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan gets it down to Caruso. Caruso out to Vucevic. Vucevic down to Levine. And this will be a foul against Joel Embiid. Nikola Vucevic to shoot 2 at the line because that late foul called on Joel Embiid. First one at the line is good for Nikola Vucevic. This game could go into overtime, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know. Vucevic with 22 points, 8 for 14 from the field, 19 rebounds, 3 assists. Having a great game tonight. Second one for Vucevic is good. Timeout will be called by the Sixers. And man, this is really going to come down to probably like the last shot of the game. This is going to come down to the last shot of the game. This game is going to come down to the last shot. I'm not even joking. It's going to come down to the last shot. Sixers, please find a way to come out here with the win. Please. Find a way to come out here with the win. Let's go. It's really going to come down to the last shot. My goodness. But here we go. Maxey brings the ball down the floor, gets it over to James Harden. And then Embiid gets thrown to the ground. And this will be an inbound pass here for the Sixers. Foul to be called on Nikola Vucevic. Embiid stepping to the free throw line for 2 more free throws. Phillies finally went ahead and scored a home run. Finally. Well, they finally scored a run, I should say. First one for Embiid is no good at the line. Embiid, you got to give us the lead at the very least. You have to. You have to give us the lead at the very least, Embiid. Come on. You got 22 points. You cannot fail us, Joel. Second one at the line for Embiid is no good. They missed both. He missed both. He missed both free throws at the line. My goodness. DeRozan bringing the ball down the other end here for the Bulls. DeRozan going to his right, getting double teamed, gets out to Levine. Levine shoots a 2. It is no good. James Harden gets the rebound and falls down. And B calls timeout. Wow. Here we go. 35.8 seconds left to go in the game. Game is tied up at 109 points apiece. This game is really going to come down to the wire. How about Niang with 15 off the bench? Great job by George Niang tonight. And, Melton going ahead and adding 10 points off the bench as well. Sixers so far with 39 bench points. This bench is really improving. This bench, after it struggled, it has started to improve by a lot. This bench is really starting to improve, man. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the bench right now. Sixers are out of timeouts. Embiid called the last one for the Philly. But here we go. Starting lineup most likely in for the Sixers. Same going with the Bulls. As Harden will inbound this to Maxey, and here we go. Maxey gets over to James Harden. Oh, back over to Maxey. Maxey gets it back to James Harden. Harden going to his right. Gets over to Embiid. Embiid taking the three-point shot. That's good. Joel Embiid. Beautiful shot. Timeout, Chicago. Timeout, Chicago. Give Joel Embiid 25 with that shot right there. That grown man at 7 foot, 280 pounds of meat goes out here and hits a beautiful shot with 18 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Embiid is able to give the Sixers the lead. My goodness. That was a massive shot by Joel Embiid. That shot was huge. That shot was huge by Joel Embiid right there. That shot was absolutely huge. But yeah, man, Joel Embiid with 25 after that shot. That was a big shot right there by Joel Embiid by any means. That was a big shot. And now with 18 seconds left, if the Sixers get one stop, they pretty much win this game. Overall, players of the game, for the Sixers, Joel Embiid. For the Bulls, DeMar DeRozan. They will be the players of the game no matter what. No matter what happens. DeRozan with the ball. DeRozan. The two is no good. Tucker gets the rebound. Tucker has to get it out the dribble and turns it over. Caruso, the three, no good. Harris gets the rebound this time and will be fouled. I'm not sure. I think they're out of fouls to give. They're out of fouls to give, so they have to hope Tobias Harris misses both of these free throws. If Tobias Harris makes one, the Sixers will pretty much lock this up and will win the game. Here we go. 4.4 left. First one for Tobias Harris is good. That might have just been the dagger to this game, and it's by Tobias Harris. Caruso does not make the shot on the other end of the court, and Tobias Harris might have just given the Sixers the win here in Chicago. Second one for Harris is good as well. And the timeout will be called by the Bulls. That will be their last one. Philly up by 5, 114 to 109. Tobias Harris now with 13 points after that shot right there. And Embiid knows that he is a grown man with that big shot that he took with 18 seconds left. Embiid with a beautiful shot. This bench for the Sixers, though, really made a statement tonight. If there were game basketballs, I'd definitely give it to the entire Sixers bench. Another one would go to Joel Embiid. And I don't know who I would give the other one to. I'd probably give that to PJ Tucker. For his efficient shooting, despite the fact he only shot the ball 3 times. Despite the fact he shot the ball 3 times, I'd have to give the other one to PJ Tucker. But here we go. 4.4 left to go in the game. Caruso to inbound. Caruso inbounds it to LaVine. LaVine, quick 3. Airballed. And that will do it. The Philadelphia 76ers find a way to squeak one out over the Chicago Bulls by a final score of 114 to 109. And the Sixers will go ahead and improve to 3-4 on the season. And the Bulls will go down to 3-4 on the season as well, as the Sixers will come out on top with the win over the Chicago Bulls in the Windy City. And the Sixers are able to find a way to pull out with the W. And the Sixers get the win, man. So I'm happy about that. You know, I'm happy we come out here and get the win. There's definitely some things that we got to work on. And I'll mention after I finish looking over the stats. And announcing the stats up to you guys. There's mainly one thing that, you know, I want the Sixers to work on for their next game, which I believe is against the Washington Wizards. And I believe they said it was on Monday, too. And it really did come down to the wire at the end of the day. Like Amy Fadul said right there in the very beginning of Sixers post-game live, it really did come down to the wire at the end of the day. And Embiid was the one to hit the game-winning three-pointer with 18 seconds left. Phenomenal job by Joel Embiid to get the job done. And you already know what it is, man. You already know what it is. As now the computer scoreboard has officially updated, ladies and gentlemen. So now we will officially go over the stats. And then the one thing I want the Sixers to work on for the next game against, I believe it is the Washington Wizards. And indeed it is. The first of 2 against the Wizards as well. But here we go. So for the Philadelphia 76ers side, Joel Embiid leading the way for the Philadelphia 76ers, also putting the dagger into the Chicago Bulls with 25.7 rebounds and 4 assists. Following that up was James Harden with 15.6 rebounds and 11 assists. James Harden, however, struggling to shoot from the field. A lot of his points came from the free throw line, so Harden is definitely going to have to step on his shooting for the next game against Washington. It's a good thing that the Sixers have a rest day, so hopefully Harden does have time to, get his rhythm back. George Niang with 15 points and 3 rebounds off the bench. Tyrese Maxey with 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Tobias Harris with 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. PJ Tucker with 8 points and 6 rebounds. Montrezl Harrell with 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Shake Milton with 4 points, a rebound, and an assist each. Daniel House with 3 points straight up, and Matisse Thybulle with 2 points straight up. And that's how your scoring ends for your Philadelphia 76ers. And now over to the Chicago Bulls side. DeMar DeRozan leading the way for the Chicago Bulls with 24 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Following that up is Nikola Vucevic with 23 points, 19 rebounds, and 3 assists. Zach LaVine following that up with 20 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Alex Caruso with 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists. Patrick Williams with 9 points and 3 rebounds. Javonte Green with 9.6 rebounds and an assist. Kobe White with 7 points, no rebounds, and 2 assists. Derrick Jones Jr. with 6 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. And then Goran Dragic with 2 points, a rebound, and an assist for him on the night, too. To end off the stats of the players for the Chicago Bulls. Now with the win tonight over the Chicago Bulls, This will make Joel Embiid 12-0 in his career against the Chicago Bulls so far in his career. And now we go over the team stats here. We'll get to the chat in a second, guys. Don't worry, we'll get there. As for the team stats, Sixers ended up shooting the ball 49.4% from the field to the Chicago Bulls 45%. Sixers shot the ball 48.3% from three-point range to the Chicago Bulls 35.5%. Sixers shot the ball 81.5% from the free throw line to the Chicago Bulls 89.7%. Sixers out-rebounded the Bulls 41-40, but the Bulls did it offensively 9-8. Sixers out-assisted the Chicago Bulls 28-22. Sixers had more blocks than the Bulls 5-3. Sixers had more steals than the Bulls 8-7. Sixers barely win the turnover battle 18-17. Sixers got more points in the paint than the Chicago Bulls 44-38. And a total of 42 personal fouls called, 22 on the Sixers and 20 on the Chicago Bulls. Now we'll go through the chat here before I talk about what we need to adjust for the next game against the Wizards. Lou Zealand, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for coming through. Suggest popping over from the Phillies game to throw in a like. Appreciate you for doing that, Lou Zealand. 76ers getting the win, great. Yeah, absolutely. But the one thing that I want to see the Sixers, improve on a little bit is the turnovers. We cannot be so careless with the basketball. We can't do it. If we do that, then we're going to get in bad situations, especially against much better teams that we're going to face in the future. When we face much better teams in the future on our schedule, because we play every team in the NBA, we cannot be going out there and putting up 17 turnovers in a matchup against a team, like the Warriors, the Mavs, the Celtics, the Bucks. Can't do it. You cannot do that whatsoever. You got to clean up the turnovers. You got to not be so careless with the ball. You got to just handle the ball, and you got to not be so careless with it. That's the main thing I wanted to go ahead and get off my chest, but that's the main thing I want the Sixers to work on for the next game against the Wizards on Monday when they go to battle on Halloween. At least the defense was better and didn't give up 120 points. That's facts. That is facts right there. But they gave up 109. But yeah, guys, that's going to pretty much do it on that note for me. The Sixers get the win 114-109 over the Chicago Bulls and will improve to 3-4 in their season, and the Chicago Bulls will go down to 3-4 in their season. So both teams 3-4 with a win by the Phillies and the loss by the Bulls tonight. But, of course, I forget to change the score as I particularly always do, which I'll change that real quick before we get out of here. But yeah, guys, I'm just over here changing the scoreboard. Even though it's about to be at the end of the stream, I'm still changing the scoreboard anyway. Why? Because it's a normal thing that I do. But yeah, man, like I said before, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for me. Sixers get the win over the Chicago Bulls 114-109. Want the Sixers to clean up these turnovers for the next game against the Washington Wizards on Monday. Don't know if I'll be streaming it. I think I might be doing the Phillies that day if they do have Game 3 of the World Series on Monday in Philadelphia. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to pretty much do it for me, man. Be sure to like and subscribe. Sixers get the win, man. But everyone, be sure to like and subscribe. Everyone go enjoy this win. But we got to reset for Monday, man. Like I said, everyone, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Sixers win. Let's go. Peace, everybody. Have a good night, y'all. God bless and peace. Take care, Lou Zealand. Appreciate you, my guy.